Countdown control. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, guys. This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is going to be episode 25 of the Mouthful podcast, Gigi's gaming podcast.
GG!
Yes. And as always, I am joined with Mr. Johnny Bravo himself, Mr. David Santos, aka Dream Twister.
Woo! I have a rumbling in my tummy that can only mean one thing. This is going to be a good mouthful.
And always to his left is the bearded gunner, Mr. Nelson Martinez.
Yes.
A.K.a. Bearded Gunner. I'm just going to...
That's it. Doomsday, we're
retiring that.
We're retiring Doomsday. Yeah, we're putting it to sleep.
Put up a jersey on the wall.
Yeah. A controller with the name Doomsday on the wall.
There you go. So what's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing today?
Pretty good. Pretty good. We survived.
We did. That's right. I do want to point out that we did survive
Hurricane
Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to kind of point out that lots of people, especially in Haiti, did not. And, our hearts go out to all those people down there. And hopefully, they can clean things up quickly and for the people who are left, people who are still there. Here, we didn't really have much going on. I think maybe overall 4 deaths in Florida. So it wasn't. Wow. It wasn't. We prepared for the worst, but we really lucked out there, considering what it was when it was coming in.
Yeah. So. And this is not the time to be like, oh, they told us to prepare. Look, nothing happened. No, be thankful that nothing happened. Be thankful that. Not that nothing happened. Obviously, there were 4 casualties, unfortunately, but
it could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Yeah,
definitely. And so, of course, we are drinking here, and.
Of course we are drinking.
This is what we do.
Mr.
Santos has blessed us here with a beer from Persimmon Hollow, which is, I assume, the brewery. It's called Beach Hippie IPA.
I don't know if I would say that I blessed you guys with this one.
Well, I'm all right with it.
More like a curse.
Why is that, sir?
I chose it by name because I didn't remember. I don't remember what we had. Which, by the way, we're going to have to start doing the rankings of these beers.
Oh, yeah.
Top 10 maybe for the year end, something. Yeah, that might be a good idea. But anyway, I did remember, or I did realize that, well, by that name, I don't recognize it. Bitch Hippie. That's right.
Sorry.
It sounded weird.
It sounded like bitch.
Bitch Hippie. Beach Hippie.
IPA,
Yes. And it's an IPA, which I normally don't have a problem with, except that this one is just way too bitter.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all the 4 types of hops that are blended in there.
Yeah,
and the malts.
I think it's the I think it's the fact that this one comes with a warning label. It says 51% bitterness, which I've never seen. Is that normal on?
For some IPAs, yes, they do include that because, believe it or not, the bitterness is the attraction to the IPAs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't want to have something ridiculously bitter.
Yeah.
But
some people want that, like Death by Hops. I think is one that's probably in the 7.
Hopsecutioner.
Hopsecutioner.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably 70s up there.
Yeah.
Why do IPA lovers have to be so morbid?
I don't know. But it's a different type of brewing process, and it's much more involved, which also is probably the reason why they tend to be a little bit higher in price, especially the craft ones. So, but I'm enjoying it because I dig IPAs. So I'm all right with it.
That's kind of your thing. IPAs.
Yeah.
Mine's are ales. Lagers,
same
things
here.
Like that.
Same thing.
The brown ales are definitely right next to the IPA as far as I'm concerned.
What is it?
Oh, the Hefeweizen?
Hefeweizens.
Yes.
I could dig those, but once it starts getting too bitter, like IPAs, there's one that's, I think, Magic Hat, not so IPA, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Not so pale ale, I think.
Yeah, not so pale. Yeah. I
we have that? We have that on
here?
The show?
We have not in the show. I haven't seen it in a while.
We've had it here at your house before.
Sounds probably what it is. Yeah.
Magic Hat number 9, I think it is.
Yeah, something. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
We'll have. I mean, for people that like IPAs, they will dig this. Like you have, like you are. We'll have a picture.
Yeah, we'll put up a picture.
We'll put
on
up a picture
page. You can see.
7.1% alcohol.
Definitely good
Not
stuff.
bad. Yeah.
All right, so let's just move right into what we've been up to. So today we'll start with the gentleman who brought us this beer. What are you up to, sir?
Well, sir, what have I been up to? Many things. Among them, trying to finish off with closing up with the wedding.
Nice.
Yes. I have pretty much everything laid out, except I still don't know who's gonna marry us.
Really? So the priest has not been.
No, I mean I know because what I'm intending to do is I'm gonna get married in the courthouse, and then I'm gonna have like a little ceremony on the same place where I'm having the reception. And I kind of wanted to have someone, come in and send us with their blessings and whatnot. And the person that I had, this is gonna go on a cruise the next day.
Oh wow! Okay.
So we were planning for December 17 originally, and then we had to change it to the 18 because the place wasn't gonna be available for it. So I'm still having that issue, but.
I mean, if it's not official because you're officially married, well, we can do it.
Can you get ordained?
Do we have to be? You're already. If you're gonna do it at the courtherhouse, you're technically already done.
Married? Yeah. That's
so
right.
You can just have anybody present at that point.
You know what? The bearded gunner. It'll be an honor if you were to send us with your blessings.
I don't know that you want that. It'd probably be more of a curse. I'll probably say something.
It'll be the first wedding where you curse. Well, probably not the first, but yeah.
I'm sure they're playing before then.
Yeah. And so there's that. So that has led me with very little time to go into gaming or watching pretty much anything. I think I told you the other day I watched the Maruchian Candidate. Is that what it is?
Manchurian.
That's a Manchurian Candidate. Yeah, that movie that came out recently. Yeah.
So it's only been 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's only been 7 years. So I finally got to that. It was very interesting, actually. I'm not going to spoil anything about it. I think it's pretty good.
That's actually the Denzel Washington, which is the remake.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
So there was another one back in the day.
Yeah, that one came out in the 80s, the original.
The original, 80s or 70s.
Yeah,
somewhere
80s
back
or 70s.
there.
Yeah, it was an old.
And was it the same concept?
Same storyline. I mean, I'm sure they changed a couple things here and there for the Denzel one. But yeah, for the most part, it's the same storyline.
If you like that one, Philadelphia, also by Denzel, is another good one.
Wait, Philadelphia, is that the one with Tom Hanks?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Yes, I've seen that one. As long as we're going back in time to the old movies.
Well, that's what happens when you get old. You start reminiscing.
About the times, yeah.
I think that was just playing on TV. And another movie that was recently playing on TV, but I decided to get the full Blu-ray, give it the full Blu-ray act.
Thank you.
Snowpiercer.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Did you watch those?
Yeah. Well, I watched it. I think a couple days after you had seen it because you were like,
I was
you need to
mentioning
watch.
it.
Yeah, you pinned that movie.
I bought this movie for David. Was it last Christmas?
Christmas last year. Yes.
Last Christmas. And it's been sitting around every so often. And by the way, I was mentioning to him probably a good 6 months before I ended up buying.
Yeah.
I was like, it's Christmas. Let me get this guy
I'll get to it. Well, I just got to the Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
it's on my back. No, I saw it. Man, that movie is fucking weird.
It is.
Well, there's a lot of so I took in school. I went to a charter school, right? And one of the electives that I took was film production. Mm-hmm. So it's a charter school, but they give you at the end, if you finish your elective, if you go like television production and film 1, 2, 3, 4 throughout like school, you get like a certificate saying that you did that. So one of the things that we did in film class was we would watch movies like, for example, Citizen Kane, Psycho, things like that, old movies, and we would just watch them in black and white, which they originally were, no sound, so that we can understand the motion picture behind it. So a lot of that is like, for example, like with Snowpiercer, he came from all the way from the back of the train, so from the bottom of the food chain, for example, all the way to the top, only to realize that even at the top, you're still a slave to a greater picture. Yeah,
The
exactly.
overall picture. Yeah.
And the good thing is, I love that you're saying it without spoiling anything, because I do think that this is a movie worth watching.
Definitely.
Not watching. I need to.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I need to work on my accent.
I think your accent's
so you
fine.
watch. So not really bed shits, bed sheets. So it's definitely worth viewing.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
definitely.
but it's like
Got some good actors in there too.
at the end, yeah. Some I didn't recognize a lot of the names. I mean, they're not like major actors. They're just good actors.
I won't mention one specific because it's. I don't want to say it's a spoiler, but
It'll be good to have
he's in
like,
it.
oh,
Yeah,
look,
that's
you know. But they definitely left me with a vibe of, you know what, this probably would have made a good comic book, but was based on a comic book, on a comic series, or
Like
a graphic novel.
yeah.
Yeah. And I understand later on that it was.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure which one came first, but I think the graphic novel came first.
I wouldn't be surprised because the things that happen on that, they're not normal. Even when you suspend your disbelief, is that what? Yeah, it's still a little bit hard to swallow some of the scenes, but in a good sense, it's I have fun with it. After that, I mean, I've been playing a lot of Forza and Gears of War. Gears of War being the new one.
The new flavor.
Yeah, Gears of War 4. Let me tell you, that game is fantastic. They did such a wonderful job with the PC port of it that I've been playing pretty much the entirety on PC. I haven't tried it on Xbox, although I heard that it runs very well also. And it feels like one of those games that I'm going to want to go at it again. You know, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of Xbox friends. Oh, the Xbox friends that I have, they haven't gotten the game yet, so I can't say that I'll give it a go on co-op. You know, co-op, which is the way that I would love to play that. I would love to play the
Co-op mode.
No, the Horde mode.
Oh, Horde,
Oh
okay.
my God, yes, I'm dying because the single player campaign has some elements of it of Horde mode, and even single player is like ridiculously fun. It's kind of like you have to set up your defenses. You know, you protect an area, and then go at it first wave, and then once you clear that wave, now you set up new defenses if you are lost, some, and it kind of gives you a tower defense vibe.
Okay.
And along with the Horde mode, it's great. I can't say enough good things about it. It's probably on my top 3 or top 5. Jeez, there's been a lot of good games this year.
Yeah.
But that's been it. And of course, like I said already, Forza, it's the game that I've been spending even more time than Gears of War. And
Wow.
so
That says a lot.
yeah.
So, Mr. Bearded Gunner, what's been going on?
So I started watching Luke Cage,
Oh, okay.
and I have to say I'm a little disappointed.
Oh.
This is probably the first Netflix series that has actually let me down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because the acting isn't as good.
Okay.
And when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
And it's just
Like
one of those,
bad, like disappointing, or cheesy bad,
it's a little bit of both.
like cringing.
So some of the acting just isn't as good. Like
Feels wooded.
Yeah, it feels too rehearsed, for example. So the other thing, too, is that there's long spans where nothing's happening. It's kind of building the story, but it's not building the story in an interesting way. I found myself watching it, and then I'll just be on my phone, like, looking up through Instagram or something. And then it gets good, and I was like, oh, okay, it's getting good. So I found out a little bit of too many of those times where I was just on my phone and listening to white noise in the back. And then I was like, oh, wait, something's breaking. What's going on?
Yeah, if it's not keeping your interest.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it, though, just because I want to see, because Jessica Jones was one of my favorite Netflix
Oh,
series.
I'm so glad to hear that.
And Jessica Jones was awesome. He came out in it. Spoilers, if you didn't know that. So in Jessica Jones, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
He played a good part. But now that he has his own, I feel like some of that has been taken away, and it looks very rehearsed, very.
Now that the spotlight's on him,
Could it be that
he's
the type
not,
of character, maybe
doesn't look
actor,
good like Jessica Jones.
is it's one of those like the ensemble cast, like for instance to throw in the show Friends. You see Friends?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Joey was in there and he was always kind of funny, but when he had his own spin-off, now Joey by himself
It was
100% of
terrible,
the time
yes.
is like, okay, well, you were funny because we
Everyone-
got little
yeah.
bits of
Yeah.
you. Now that we have a all nothing but you, it's like, okay, you're not so funny.
Annoying, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't even want to say that it was that. It's just, for example, I was watching this one scene, and the acting was just like, I could do that.
Oh,
And like they were telegraphing everything that they were doing, so nothing came as a surprise.
it's a
And
surprise, yeah.
so I was watching that. I got back on Battlefield 4, and I got destroyed so bad.
Oh, it's been a while since you've been
Yeah,
on?
it's been a while since
You got
I
messed
played.
up by the weapons of Battlefield 1.
Well, yeah, I think that's what it was because I was compensating for.
You was waiting for the gun to be reloaded. And be like,
long
oh, wait a
reload.
minute, it's reloaded already.
Yeah, it
By
was.
the time you realize.
I was anticipating the recoil and the muzzle climb more because the weapons from Battlefield 1, they climb a lot more. These, since they're compensated, they don't kick as
they're
much.
steady,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so I was just getting murdered left and right. So I was like, screw this, I'm out. And
It's okay. Once Battlefield 1 comes out.
Screw you, beat cheapy.
yeah, and yeah, that's all I've been up to.
Now that you talked about the Luke Cage, I stopped watching Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I totally know.
unfortunately, it wasn't grabbing me. And see, the problem that I think I was having with that series, even though I recognize that a lot of people really, really love it, is that me knowing a little bit of background, like a little bit of background of computer science and all that stuff, and then hearing them throw terms that the general public probably not, unless you know a lot of, unless you know a little bit about computers, they're not used to listening. It kind of threw me off, because I kept hearing stuff that made absolutely no sense, put together.
Give me an example.
Oh my goodness! There was one time where he talked about an FTP server, but he was using it in the context of something that made no sense. Or what's the name of the girl?
I don't remember her name, but the blonde, yeah.
Yeah,
blonde chick,
the blonde chick is
his friend.
She's like, do you realize how difficult it will be to recover from an identity theft, And I'm thinking, it's not difficult at all, actually. Nowadays, you got Credit Karma, just get that shit out. It's like, but obviously for dramatic reasons,
Right.
they try to make it like something like superb on the
Angela. That's her name.
yeah. And it was little things like that. And then like there was a lot of a lot of times on the episode where, like you said, nothing will happen or very little. It's kind of building up. It's kind of putting things together. But by that time, I was already too bored, and by that time, I realized I'd rather be playing Forza.
I can understand that. I don't know much about technology that way, so I guess I wasn't, because of that, really wasn't focusing on it either. I was like, just tell me what's going on.
Taking
you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And it got me, and I can't wait for season 2. I mean, season 2's out.
Yeah,
but,
season 2's out, but-
Yeah, when it gets to Amazon. I've been doing a couple things, but I won't take too long. And I put up a video on the group of a game I was playing, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which is a lot of fun, a lot of mindless fun.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one where you can get drunk and stuff?
The what?
Yeah, there was this one pirate game.
That was
where-
Mafia 3, I think.
No, it's this one pirate game where you can get drunk and you can not drive, you can steer the boat. We saw it at the E3.
Oh, no, not this one.
Do you know which one I'm talking about,
I
though?
think he's talking about,
What, the Xbox one?
yeah.
The
Sea of
Xbox
Thieves?
One?
The Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not out,
Xbox
and that's
One,
for Xbox, and
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one looks interesting. Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
was,
that one looked pretty good.
This was just a side-scrolling action, slight RPG type thing, and it's old school fun. You
Kinda
know what I mean?
reminiscent of-
It's new. It's 2014, but it
Oh
looks
wait,
like
is that the one you were playing the other day? That
yeah,
came in?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it. The video's up if you want to see some gameplay on it, but it's pretty cool. One thing I do want to mention because I'm watching Westworld, which by the way, I think you guys really should
I
get
think we
into.
should.
But I went because for whatever reason, I guess maybe because of the show on HBO, they Sci-Fi aired the original film from 1973. So
really?
I had caught it right at the beginning. I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm sitting down watching this. I need to see because I've never seen it before. And I got to tell you, for 1973, it's actually not bad. It's not a bad movie. There's some hilarious moments which I'm sure are not meant to be hilarious. Now they're hilarious. I was telling David about. There's, I guess, one of the robots it's like on the table, and they have her foot up, and her foot looks like a regular foot, but then off angle right behind it looks like 3 little wires sticking out like this, and it's just like, what the hell? And he's just all like trying to twist it, like, yeah, it looks like we have a little problem here.
Positive, negative, and ground.
Ground.
It's so weird. So
Red, black, and green.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. So I mean, obviously the 70s sci-fi of it is pretty funny in comparison. But overall, the story is pretty good. And it wasn't until episode 2 that I started seeing these similarities between that. Because there's episode 1, I've watched that, and I watched the movie, and I'm going, I guess they're going a whole different route. But then I saw episode 2, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to kind of see some of the connections. Okay, I see how they're doing this here. They're expanding the world better. But I definitely think you guys should watch this because it's really good.
It's a shame that it's starting. I mean, not a shame, but it's difficult to watch when you have to literally wait the whole week.
No, I think that's, you know what? I think we're missing that. You know what I mean? Because it's a whole thing. You get a chance to actually analyze and talk about episodes as opposed to seeing the whole thing. And then, you don't really have, you probably, what you're going to talk about is about the end, you know what I mean? Or something major. But little intricacies you don't really speak about because you've literally absorbed it all and didn't really have time to digest it. And this kind of gives it. I don't suggest they should do this every show. I'm good with Netflix and all that stuff, but definitely I think the fact that this is new, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch. Plus, Walking Dead's coming back, and I'm not gonna watch that because I'm done with that. So I'm all right. I'm all right with starting this.
Wow.
And lastly, I played this game. It's called Virginia, and.
I saw you playing that. Yes.
Oh, it is. I got to tell you, it's becoming one of my favorites. Right? I'm just thinking about it.
I'm doing the quotes on playing.
Yes, yes. Basically,
I heard it's a great visual novel.
Essentially, what you're doing, you play the person in the first person view. You're a FBI agent who just became an FBI agent. It's all in 3D, and you're giving a file by your boss, the head guy. And you open the file, and it shows internal affairs, and it has a picture of someone. And you close it, and you go. Then you start meet this person, and you realize, okay, the whole thing about the game is that there's no spoken words and there's no text written. Everything's done just in motion. It's just it's acted out. No one says nothing. No one. You can't.
Like what you were describing, what you were describing on your film course.
And it's done purposely this way because the good thing about it makes you focus on what's happening. Because if you're hearing stuff, you can turn away because you can, you're hearing, you're okay. But here, because you miss something, you miss something. It's not going to make sense to you. Plus, the music is so freaking good, dude. It plays and feels like a David Finch film or Fincher. David Fincher? David Fincher. Yeah. That's what it feels like. The music is done by the City of Prague.
The Philharmonic?
Okay, yes, Philharmonic. Thank you. It's done by them.
Wow.
It's some tights. I'm going to have a video prepared. Very, very spoiler free because it's not long, which is, again, another good thing about it. And the best thing about it, I'm telling you right now, $10. New.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not on sale. Wow. It's $10. I'm like, that's like perfect. That's exactly what I needed. You know what I mean? And what was you gonna say?
Is this meant to be episodic, or is it meant to be another Virginia?
I mean, from
Or
not to give any spoilers, but it doesn't leave any hints of something that may continue. It feels like this is a contained story, very similar to Journey, where it's just a short story about what's going on.
Oh, so it's not gonna be like Move Among Us or
no.
The Walking
It's
Dead.
a one-off story.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
But the beauty of it, it's you can tell that there's work behind it. Anyway, I dug it. It's got one of those stories where, from what you can put together, just sticks with you, and you just you're thinking about it. I was talking to my wife because she actually saw the last portion of it, and she's just like, so what's going on here? So who's that? You know, and then the next day, I think it was yesterday, I come home and I'm like, honey, I'm still thinking about this game. And I'm still, and then she goes, yeah, but the thing with this, and and we discussing it here and all that, and I show her the intro of it so she can kind of see what's going on. It's done really well. It looks it's animated, but it looks really good. And again, freaking $10, and I got it on sale for $8, but the regular price is $10. You know what I mean?
Score.
It just came out recently to PlayStation Network, and I'm sure it's everywhere else as well. So yeah, that's what I can definitely recommend that one. Just know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
There's no action involved. The only action, you have one button to interact with things here and there, but for the most part, it's a linear story showing you where you need to go, what you do, what you need to see, and you piece the story together from what you see. And it's not it's not cryptic either. I mean, you can kind of put together what's going on. Like I said, I was able to put early on. This is no spoiler. Early on, you can see that you're given this file by your boss, and obviously it's an internal affairs file. You're meant to investigate this person, but then you realize later on, oh, well, this person is also my partner because we're going out on a case.
Oh,
so and she doesn't know that you're investigating. So it's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Very Twin Peaks. I don't know if anybody ever watched Twin Peaks, but it's very, very weird like that too.
Yeah.
It's good. I can't say much more about it. So.
Just to clarify, when you say there's no dialogue, you mean not even text? This is
no text bubbles.
Completely pantomime.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when you look at the file, you can read stuff on it, and if you stare at it, you can read what's going on, which you would want to do, obviously.
Yeah.
But other than that, if there's something written on the wall, you can read it, but nothing is said and nothing is written for like text bubbles or anything like that. Yeah. It's pretty decent.
Now, let me ask you: does the user get to change the ending of it, or it's going to give you?
No, it is.
It's a story.
Okay, so it is a story.
It's structured in a way for you to get
Tell
to
me
the
a
same
story.
place.
Because I was just wondering if, like, maybe you missed out on a piece of clue that can change the ending of it or something.
There are stuff that I did miss out on. Like I went to, as soon as I finished it, I always do this. Usually when I finish it, I'll go look to YouTube, see what people are talking about and what they're saying about it, what their opinion is or what they thought happened. And there are some things that I miss. And I was like, oh, okay. And that kind of changed how I was like, oh, then that's why this happened. You know what I mean? You start putting stuff together. But again, if you, for whatever reason, look away or stop or something, or if you don't go looking around, you know what I mean? Because you can go looking around in certain areas. But if you just kind of go straight through the store, which you can also just do, it's not going to stop you from doing that either. And it doesn't take away from it either. You know what I mean? So
Cool.
It's well designed. So I'll leave that there. I don't want to talk too much more about it, but do look for a video. I'm going to have a video up on that. All right, guys, so let's go right into some news. There's a lot of little pieces here. I don't want to stick too much in it.
Unfortunately, we used them all on the last episode.
Yeah.
We are all newsed out.
So I do want to touch on some stuff that I did get like. Did you see the Power Rangers trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited for some freaking Power Rangers. Damn it, can you believe this shit? They I don't know. It looks and feels like it's going to be pretty damn good.
All right, tell me. Yeah, you got to tell me because I feel like I'm missing something. Everybody, all the people that I have talked to seem excited about it, except maybe a couple of naysayers on the group, me included.
One
What was it?
I guess first off, it looks like it looks to me. First off, I watch Power Rangers back in the day, and it looks like to me like they're taking this a little bit serious, but not to the short story serious like the rated R version short story, not that serious.
Well, the unofficial, Power
the unofficial
/
shorts,
Ranger,
which
was great. If you guys have not seen that video,
oh yeah,
don't even YouTube it. Google it, because YouTube have a censored version and there is an uncensored version which is gloriously graphic,
which is way better.
Yes.
But this looks like they're just taking the product seriously, and it is from the same Saban or
Saban,
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like obviously it's coming from them as well. It just, I don't know. And then the music playing in the trailer also kind of got me excited. I was like, oh.
I did not see any of that. When I was watching it, first of all, I should press by saying I also seen Power Rangers, but I always saw the show from a different point of view. To me, it was just a spoof of something that was meant to be cheesy. It was meant to be funny. It was meant to be like very low budget. And that's the way I took it and enjoyed it. It was never about the lore or the story of the Rangers or the villain, which has a laugh. She's comical in a sense. So then I see this trailer now, and I'm getting all sorts of like weird vibes, like movies that tend to be done by Summit Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah. Hunger Games, Twilight, the Labyrinth,
all
whatever.
all
those things.
Movies,
yeah. Exactly. So there's that. You see a lot of what appears to be the origin story, and very little, almost any action, on it. And then, and just like you said, it looks like they're taking it serious, or a little bit more serious, which to a lot of people that respect and like the franchise, and they're like, cool, all right, this is what we needed, a revamp on it. But to me, it seems like it kind of loses the essence of what the Power Rangers originally were. To me, that's why I looked at it and I was like, nah, it's okay.
I have a retort for you, but I'm curious to know what Nelson says.
So this is my thing. My only, I guess, naysay to it would be that the Ranger suits look a lot like Iron Man suits.
Oh, yes.
But I feel like they have to almost in a way do that to make it relatable to the current crowd. Because a lot of people, like a lot of the people that might go watch this are younger kids that don't know the older Power Rangers, so they are looking at it like, oh, this looks like a new Iron Man kind of thing. Let's go watch it. But what I'm excited about is the fact that it just kind of plays on a lot of what's been happening lately, which is remakes of older films, or not. I wouldn't say remake, but it's kind of like that nostalgia factor where they have something that I grew up on, like Pokemon Go, for example. Something that I grew up as a kid watching, and here it comes to now real TV. I'm sorry, to a real cinema where it's actually they put a budget together, they put a script, they put a cast, and it looks like a pretty good cast. Like the kids look like they're pretty good actors, and they're doing this. They're bringing some of the original producers of it, and they're giving them a say in what's going to happen. So it's not going to be like some bigwig that's like, what's going to make us some money? Let's go ahead and let's do Power Rangers. It's like, hey, listen, you did Power Rangers back in the 80s. How would you like to do Power Rangers again now in the 2000s? And they're giving them that. So I'm excited about that.
The freedom, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know there was the producers were involved, the original producers.
Yeah,
that's
Because I was going to bring the example of the last TMNT. Remember that movie? Or did you watch that movie?
I did.
Yeah, unfortunately, exactly. That's the vibe that I was getting from, and I was like, there's been a lot of reboots lately that have,
True, but even with that
Ghostbusters 2 says, Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, the new Ghostbusters. Yeah,
says hi.
But so here's the retort that I was gonna throw back at you here, and this is in the nicest way possible. I'm just saying, this feels to me the old Power Rangers now being rebooted for a mature crowd, but grew up with that. Feels to me like the Adam West campy Batman being rebooted with the Michael Keaton Batman of the late 80s, early 90s, where it was campy for the longest time. And of course, the comic books were the first one to bring it into the more serious role. But it was campy it was just one of those things where it was a joke. It was the whole running around with the bomb. You never got a place to put a bomb. You know what I mean? It was just the silliest, the fighting the shark. Punching the shark. It was like the most
from the helicopter or something.
Yeah. So, but then Michael Keaton, 1989, Batman, blows people away. It kills. Yeah. It's like, holy crap. Now they're bringing that campiness, which at that point, think about it for a second, that was years, decades probably at that point where it's mostly campy. Now they're making it into a more serious Dark Knight. And all
sure,
that stuff.
if you go based off that example, just look at the costume alone. Mm-hmm. Like the costume, that it looked like he was like throwing on spandex with different pieces, and that's the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Now it looks very Michael Bay-ish now.
Well, now I mean, you look at the Batman, the Michael Keaton. He has like plated armor. Mm-hmm. He has the gloves with the what do you call those?
The
spikes.
fins.
The fins.
Yeah, the rubber nipples.
He has
that's not him.
So I mean, he like the cape looks like it actually is functional versus the other one where it actually just like hung right above his butt. Yeah, so
it was the curtains that they took down. Alfred, grab me those curtains. I need a cape here. No, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm excited. And plus the trailer again showed me exactly what I needed to see to say, okay, there is potential here. Mm-hmm. Not that it's going to be great because I don't know that, but your example, TMNT, the Michael Bay one, I saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, no. I was already, it had kind of already turned me off to the wrong way because from what I was seeing,
Ghostbusters? I know you like that trailer.
Same exact thing. The moment I saw it, I was like, okay, no. Now, had they been good, I would still have continued with the potential. Probably would have been let down when I saw the movie. But that's what I'm trying to say. So now I'm not saying, hey, yeah, this is, it's just the potential is so, ripe, and it's so good to have a good Power Rangers movie and make it, mainstream again. Because it was mainstream. They did movies in the theater, you know what I mean? And it looks good on top of that.
I'm a rate below cautiously optimistic. Which I guess it would be cautious.
Fair enough. I don't think you'd be too cautiously optimistic with another movie trailer that came out. John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
Chapter 2.
I haven't seen the first one.
Oh my God.
You gotta see it, yeah.
Which I need to. Oh, that's another thing. Just going back to what I did. Mm-hmm. I watched 999. Oh, it was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. Yeah.
You won't be disappointed with this one. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make a pause right now and watch the movie, and we'll be right back. And we're back. All right.
What did you think?
So what did you think,
it not
bro?
the best thing ever?
Was it? The killing was fantastic, wasn't it?
Sure, yeah. And the dog, yeah.
Yes, and the dog, man.
The funny thing is, and that's, again, the trailer on that one, I saw the trailer, I was like, really? He does all this for the dog? I don't understand.
Oh, wait, really?
You have to
stop talking.
You have to see the movie. I'm not going to say anything else because the trailer. That's
watch
what
it tonight.
Oh no!
You gotta watch this movie. This is a Nelson joint, right?
Yeah, I think you would, especially because he. No, you just say it.
I'll check it out
and repent first, and then go flick that shit out.
No, but chapter 2 looks
more
like
importantly,
it's
Jack Reacher or Reaper.
Reacher.
The Tom Cruise film.
Oh, okay.
Part 2 is coming out.
Yeah, I know it's coming out. I saw. I didn't care too much for the first one, but it was okay. But yes.
Well, John Wick
2, chapter 2. It looks to take place. I mean, it takes right, and Morpheus is in it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, man, they're bringing back the gang. Trinity's going to be in it.
Zero spoilers, of course. But I just love the stylized killings on that thing. It was like, and then you almost feel, to the point where you almost feel sorry for the people he's killing because it's like, dude, he's already dead. Okay, calm down.
It's harsh. And it's graphic on top of it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not for the weak of heart. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it looks good, and I'm actually glad that
when's that coming? John Wick
I have
Chapter
to
2?
play the trailer. It's 2017, but I didn't get you the date.
Oh,
on
this
it.
year.
No, I
I'm
think it's
excited. I
2017,
just
yeah.
can't hide it.
But yeah, so far, I mean, yeah, that looks pretty good. Let me see. Any other movie news? I do want to bring up Stranger Things.
Yeah. I'm going to the casting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the casting call.
You going to the
Yes.
casting?
I'm going.
Let's go.
Did you see my glamour shot?
Oh, yes.
Do you think they'll take me?
For those who don't know, it's on the group. It's on the group.
I'll post it again. I ain't afraid of no glamour shot. But also season 2, apparently the creators did mention that they will address the Barbgate situation. For those who don't know, I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch the show. But good to know that they're not just going to leave that hanging. Although I didn't really think it was hanging.
Yeah, I didn't care either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Well, if they did leave it hanging, I didn't care.
yeah,
'Cause
I don't think it was though. I think it was pretty
I need to finish
self-explanatory.
that out.
You do need to.
I was very interested.
eight
That one
episodes,
happened.
bro.
That one happened. Yeah, I know.
8
Yeah.
episodes,
Oh.
and you went with the Manchurian Candidate. Why is nobody getting on him?
Manchurian Candidate was pretty good.
Oh,
It was,
Thank you.
there is
I
also
see where your loyalties lie.
there's a live action of what's that chick? The
Hashtag 11.
no,
Oh.
no, they're doing the live action movie of Mulan.
Oh yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Let me ask you: is that what's happening right now? Because I also saw a poster for a Lion King, but I don't know if that's real or not. Is that
That
fake?
is in talks. Yeah, it's in
Oh.
talks. I don't think that's.
Okay, so there's nothing official yet.
they want to though.
Well, because
I don't know how I feel about that.
I saw Jungle Book
Yeah, I saw Jungle Book.
and
too.
it was
saw it.
great.
Oh, I hated
was,
it.
Oh, really?
You didn't like it?
The new one
the new one?
with the
yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it was
no, I
really
couldn't
good.
stand it.
No,
Oh.
I really
No,
thought.
The
I-
animation
I-
was great. Don't
I
get
thought
me
it was-
wrong.
oh, yeah.
the
Animation was
story,
top
I
notch,
hated it.
yes.
Yeah.
well, the
I
story
wanted to
was
stop that kid.
simplistic. Yeah, it was very simplistic. But I mean, I still, for what it was, I really thought it was like, well, this is actually pretty good. But yeah, it seems to be that's how they're going. I mean, they did was it Cinderella or Snow White? Snow White. They did
Oh.
Snow
Oh,
White.
yeah.
I don't know if Disney did that. There's two
The
versions.
Huntsman
Probably.
one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they did the Huntsman. I think they did the other one with Julia Roberts, which was more comedic. Maybe they were involved a little bit, but they seem to be wanting to bring these old properties to
I could get down like with the Mulan.
Mulan?
because
Yeah,
that would be
yeah.
awesome. Because if they were to do like a Mulan meets Last Samurai style,
Oh, my God,
I would
yes.
be down with that. I'd definitely be down with that.
Or Hero. Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they did mention, but if you want to mention it there, but one of the, I guess the great things about it is that they have said that it's going to be an all Chinese cast.
good.
Okay.
Which
Like
apparently.
Marco Polo. Marco Polo was a great production.
Which, oh, Marco Polo.
on
yeah,
Netflix, yeah.
That seems to be an issue nowadays, especially with. Have you seen
The Last Samurai.
Well, no, because I was an American in Japan.
Yeah.
It's when it's a Japanese or a character who's not white being played by someone who is. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that's the issue.
Ghost in the
and
Machine.
Ghost in the Shell.
Well, the
yes,
Ghost in the Shell.
yes,
Yeah, when they're
Makoto.
casting frigging. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, another one is and believe it or not, it's a big issue. The Marvel one of this year, the one that's left, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Tilda Swinton. She looks like a monk and she's bald. She's white. That's actually supposed to be an Asian man.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But they went with, and for whatever reason, and of course
Politics.
that caused
Sexual
issues and
tension.
stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to say I can understand, but I mean, there are reasons behind it. Obviously,
Gamergate.
certain actors would obviously put more people in the theater, but
No, I'm glad to hear that.
yeah, me too,
But,
me too. That's very bold of them, and I think it's going to pay off dividends. Believe it or not, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm gonna get to some more here, but Titanfall 2 single player trailer, a vision trailer. You showed it to me the other day. I actually sat and watched it.
Yeah. What do you think?
And I'm interested.
Yeah?
I'm interested. I was like,
it's
not
another
multiplayer.
another futuristic game, but this one there's something about the quote unquote personal relationship between you and your Titan.
And you're Titan, yeah.
Yeah, which it's gonna be interesting. Yeah.
It looks like the stories is they took their time to put something good together, and hopefully it's not 4 hours long.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
well, they did Modern Warfare, so
yeah, exactly.
which is good. Which was not many that they've been. I mean, like it's short. It's short.
I'll include on the show notes. Well, with the episode, we'll include the link for the Vision trailer, which is pretty good. A game that it's coming to Xbox, and I just kind of assume it was eventually come to PlayStation. It's supposed to be exclusive. I figured maybe a time exclusive. Cuphead.
Oh, Cuphead, yes.
Got moved to 2017. Which
Oh, you stole one of my news. Okay.
PlayStation 4 guy is like, well, if it's coming in 2017, probably won't come to PS4 2018.
Is that not coming to PC? Because if it were to come to PC, then you can play it.
I would, yeah, definitely. I didn't know. Yeah. I don't know if it's coming to PC.
Oh, I hope so. I hope it's part of their Play Anywhere, although I doubt it.
Well,
because it's published but not developed by Microsoft.
No, I thought it was indie, and they pay for exclusivity.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So it's up to the developer. Yeah, it's up to the developer, and I don't know. I think I won that game. I just really won that game.
Not that I know the intricacies of game developing, but is it a game that looks like it should take that long? I mean, we saw a decent amount on E3 2 years ago.
I hear you, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, I mean, take your time, guys. Make it right. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying just really rush. It's just it was weird to hear that.
Yeah,
that was going to be a delay.
It's a shame. I mean, for those who are waiting, because there's a pretty big fan base just waiting for that game. Because it looks. Have you seen the trailer for Cuphead?
No.
It looks like a 1930s cartoon. Like really Max Fleischer type cartoons, like
the old Mickey Mouse
or Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse. Yeah, it looks like, and it looks just like that. It's a side scroller, but it has that really old wacky cartoony type.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it.
And they say it's hard as shit. They did say that.
Yeah, they say that.
But I'm like, that's okay. I don't care. The aesthetics of the freaking game alone have sold me. You know what I mean? But yeah, unfortunately.
Oh wow, that looks great.
He's looking at the video now. Yeah, it is. It looks just like a freaking cartoon.
I know.
Yeah, like man,
like those old cartoons when they actually would make good cartoons.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately that happened there.
Oh, Pepe's in it.
Pepe? Oh, with the hat?
No, you know the Pepe, the meme frog.
The meme frog.
Oh yeah, is that the WB frog?
Oh yeah, from the yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Pepe is the meme frog. You know when they put like that frog that looks like it's crying.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
No, I don't see that meme.
Oh,
too many memes.
I'm missing out on a meme here.
And I'm surprised because you live with Nick.
I know, Mr. Meme Master.
Meme Lord.
Yeah, Meme Lord.
Meme Lord.
So that unfortunately got delayed there, and I'm kind of just jumping around here on the news because I just realized
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, there was Beyond Good and Evil is free for PC now. The 30th
for Uplay.
Yeah,
I mean download Uplay and
it's only on Uplay, or is it just available?
No, it's a Ubisoft title.
But I mean, can you get it on Steam for free?
No, you have to download the Uplay app.
But if you download it, that's it. You get it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Free download.
It's just annoying that you can't have it on Steam.
I say it was annoying.
Yeah,
them constantly bringing up this Beyond Good and Evil and teasing the sequel. It's like, you know what? Shut the hell up. Come back to us when you got something to show us. I'm sick of this teasing crap. And then,
careful. That's what I used to say about Last Guardian. And apparently it's at our doors.
I'm sick of that shit too. Just release the damn game.
Well, PewDiePie has a 20-minute gameplay video if you want to watch, if you're interested.
No. I'll wait for it to come out. And finally, just a small piece here I did want to mention. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil, is apparently being ported over. It didn't say specifically where, but I got to tell you, that's one of my favorite back in the Nintendo 64 was Turok 2. Well, Turok the first one not that bad, but Turok 2, man, I played a little crazy type of thing that was.
The trailer they were
it's
playing.
It's not a trailer. That's actual gameplay. Yeah, and I was like,
what the hell are you playing there? How's gonna give me nightmares?
You put it in somewhere here so people can understand what I'm talking about, because it's freaking. No, not now. I'm saying
I was gonna put it on the microphone.
Yeah, I know. It's freaky, and when I first played that, I was like, whoa, this is serious. What I mean? This game is weird.
When you say, are they porting it? Or they are remaking it?
Here, let me take a look. Night Dive Studios is the one that's porting it, and they're also the ones who are updating Classic games at System Shock 2. Let's see. Doesn't really say if it's going to be like a remastered or anything like that.
I mean, if it's not a remaster, then what would be the point? They'll be doing the same thing that Gearbox is doing with Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Coming to PS4 now and Xbox One, and it's the same Duke Nukem that we have played over the years.
For the record,
not the really crappy one.
I want to just let you know that was a game given by Game Informer 9 out of 10 back in 1998.
Oh, okay.
It was a good game. It was a first person shooter, and it came out on scared the hell out. Huh?
It came out on Nintendo 64?
Nintendo 64 and PC. It also came out on PC.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's going to happen, and I might just dive back in because I mean I looked at the video of it, and it is Nintendo 64, but it still has really good gameplay, and it's really good. I dug it. It's Turok 2 Seeds of Evil. If you haven't, I'll put a link to the trailer on there, and you can see what it looks like. And I think that's all I have. Anybody have anything else there?
You left one of the most important pieces of news.
Oh, go ahead.
Narcos, the game.
Narcos?
It's out now for mobile.
Oh. What the hell do you do?
I don't know. I just saw the thing. I was like, okay, yeah.
Narcos, the game.
They say they had characters. Let's see.
Hashtag Castillos. Carillo.
Its most listing is patterned with some cute little animated versions of the show's main characters, as well as brief mentions of selling drugs and using DEA agents on missions.
That sounds like
all designed to make you think it's a cool little game.
Is that the ESRB rating?
That's a quote from Kotaku.
Oh my gosh!
And
so what's a lot like. Those like
Farmville,
yeah, like Farmville, like that.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
Like Mafia. There was one that was what's the name? Mafia. That was supposed to be Mafiaville. I don't know.
Oh, Mafia Wars.
Mafia Wars.
On
yeah,
Facebook. Yeah, the Facebook.
I bet it's a risking of that.
It could be. It could be.
Clash of Clans, stuff like that. Boom Beach. So it's a lot like that where you have to build stuff and then. I guess it gets rated at some point, and you have to be careful. So it looks a lot like that.
Yeah. Wow.
So they need a burn.
Well, I'm downloading.
Sounds like a winner.
Sounds like a winner.
It's not Deer Hunter 2015.
Oh, no. Or Narcos Go.
Let's be real. Nothing is.
No.
Deer Hunter 2015, that was the game of the year.
That was the game of the year, yes.
We were hooked on that for a bit.
We should have been working, and we were sitting there playing Deer Hunter.
The good days.
Good times, I tell you. So, anything else?
No, there's nothing really. You said it all. I was going to bring Cuphead, but you stole it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your thunder. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Do not go anywhere.
Virtual reality. Virtual reality. Virtual reality.
I'm going to issue a challenge to you.
Okay.
Don't start by saying we're bad guys.
Well, you actually started, so what are we doing?
Well, and we're bad guys.
Oh, there it is. Yes, so we're obviously going to be going into our topic of the week here, guys. And if you have not seen it on the group, we labeled it virtual uncertainty. If you don't know what that means, what the hell's wrong with you? PlayStation VR is coming out tomorrow, right? Or
Today,
Friday?
yeah. Today. Basically, the podcast comes on a Thursday. So,
okay.
Yeah,
so when you're hearing this, it
would be out. I mean, the world would be changed. This whole universe, you don't have to face the real world anymore. You can just go completely virtual.
It's true.
This podcast is virtual.
Believe it or not, Oculus and Vive are out, and
that's true.
That really.
And you saw the changes. You saw the changes. I mean.
Didn't exactly take this world by storm, I should say.
No, they did not. But this is PlayStation.
Yes.
And PlayStation has a huge install base.
World leader in console gaming.
So we can expect to... Wow. that check cleared up. So we can expect, PlayStation VR, which is also the most affordable of the ones. Well, of the major ones, not including the Samsung Gear and the Google Cardboard.
Yeah, but I don't think those are real virtual realities as much as they are just like novelty items.
Mm-hmm.
You don't consider them? I've heard nothing but good thing about the Samsung Gear.
I played with the Gear and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
What I like about the Gear is the fact that because it's made for Samsung phones, it has inside of the actual lens sort of mirrors that it gives you more of a...
Oh, you mean the cone of view?
Yeah. So, for example, if you put on goggles, right, you see these peripherals out here, you know that there's nothing there.
Right.
So, your scope of reality is that screen. What Samsung Gear did was they broadened that up so that it has some sort of reflective material here. You can't see anything out of there, of course, but it's reflective enough so that it kind of broadens up that peripheral view so that light is there. You know, okay, there's... My boundary was here.
Oh, so
now
there's
it's
no
kind of here.
Yeah. So there's no black.
The cone of
it
vision
doesn't
is
look
a little bit wider.
Yeah, just like when you're looking at the periphery of your eyes, you don't see clearly. You just see kind of blurry, but you see reality there.
Right, exactly. So they've done something like that where inside it's more like a polished plastic, so that it bounces light off a little bit better. So that just like how you described it, if I'm looking at Naldo, I know that there's something here. I can't focus and I can't see what it is. As soon as I turn there, then I can look. But I like that, for example. But
that sounds like something that PSVR should have aped from the Samsung Gear, because
the cone of vision is pretty.
It's very narrow. Yeah, it's very like wearing
in the
goggles.
PlayStation VR. No, it's not narrow. It's out there. It's further out than the
Oculus.
Oculus?
No.
Well, I haven't tried the Oculus or the Vive.
Well, I haven't tried either, but they do show that they have mentioned the cone of vision is wider on that. But I know it's wider than the Gear and the other ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the Gears are still here. You just can see, you know what I mean? You know, or rather, you have a little blur off to the side. But this is out here. And I know this is awful for an audio podcast. But basically, I mean, like, instead of having blinders,
the periphery is wider.
It's wider, yeah. We tried the PlayStation VR.
We did. Maybe I'm misremembering, but one of the complaints that I had was that if it actually the immersion was there and it was amazing. You know, it's the first time you try those goggles. It makes you a believer. Almost, but there was a little bit of that limited cone, at least to me, and also you could see below the bridge of your nose,
the light.
There was light,
the little light.
Walking,
which is kind of annoying too, because if you're playing a game where it's like a dark scene and you see that stupid light come through. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a way to adjust it, and there's probably going to be like a little cloth or something that you can
there's
put
ways
together.
of getting around that, apparently.
The consensus is that the PSVR is actually the most comfortable of the three headsets.
Yes, because I think the rest of them are generally front heavy, and it kind of feels like stuff sitting kind of on your face. While this has I guess like a helmet,
like a cap.
Just kind of bring but I mean, overall, are we excited for VR? I mean, are we looking forward to this next huge step in gaming technology?
I am.
You are? Oh, great. Okay.
We need to hear it.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm curious.
The floor is yours.
My whole thing just comes back from this great novel called Ready Player One.
Yes. Okay. We had this conversation, you and I, Naldo.
Okay.
I just feel like at some point, the way that technologies... For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, would you rather call or text somebody?
Text.
Everything is going virtual. Everything's going digital.
That's true.
There's people that get nervous when they have to make a phone call. They get anxiety.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So technology is getting more and more immersive. People want to be more and more on their phones. So I feel like this is just a perfect way to kind of enter that. Look at what Magic Leap is doing.
Yes.
They're actually taking these clear lens and putting images in it.
Oh, the
Augmented reality.
Augmented
No,
reality.
the augmented reality.
So I feel like this is virtual reality is just going to be one step that'll get people like, oh, this is, hey, that guy's wearing this thing over there. What's that about? And it's going to get people talking. More people are going to get interested, and then it'll just take us into that augmented reality field.
So if you had a choice, augmented reality or virtual reality? Because the augmented reality, you'll still see. I mean, it'll still be their normal stuff. It'll just have
What's virtual is a specific thing, not the world is virtual. So it's like a small portion of it.
the world. You're completely isolated from reality. Yes, the reality is virtual. Let's say
Right. So I think that both of them are going to piggyback off each other. So I'll give you an example of, and this is one of the reasons why I'm excited. Is this is just a small stepping stone. There's going to be a point where we're all going to be able to be connected through the virtual reality. So, say for example, we're going to go watch a movie. We put on the headset. Then I can look over and I can see like a VR version of you. So it's just a stepping stone to better technological advances. Look at what happened when the iPod came out, the iPod Touch. That revolutionized everything.
Music, a revolution in the music industry, indeed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Not only the music industry, but because of that, they're like, why can't this be a phone? Then it became the phone. Then it became the huge smartphone race where everyone is making smartphones. Now it's wearables. So this is just, in my opinion,
The next step.
that
Logical
next step
yeah.
that's going to launch us into some other technological advance.
Well, one can argue that there's kind of a race right now with VR. I mean, because, you have the two major ones that are already released, and now PlayStation VR, and then you have, I mean, just go on Amazon and search VR unit. Don't put specifics, just put VR unit.
More like a Royal Rumble than a race.
Yeah,
but yeah.
well, yeah, I guess, yeah, because there are a lot of them. But I don't know. I have my issue with VR. First off,
No, there's a list. Yeah.
Grievance number one.
No. It's not.
You
it's
know
not
what
along
grinds
this.
my gears?
No, it's not along this. My issue with it is what type of games are we really going to have? And are we going to be looking at experiences or are we going to be getting games? That's one. But more importantly, and this is a matter to me, but it's also a matter to a lot of people. I'm not the only one. Is nausea.
Oh yeah,
the
that's true.
wrong
Motion sickness.
wrong type of game will completely. And I started looking stuff up on it because I was curious. What's going on. Apparently, this is nothing new. It's actually was referred to as simulator sickness because of simulators that are done for flying a plane or
Right.
and all this stuff, and so it's nothing new, but there is no cure for that.
But don't you think we kind of got that when we started playing first-person shooters at some point, and then we got over it? Don't you think?
It's possible,
Yeah,
but the difference here is that you can. Yes, the first-person shooter has this little, not
Window.
little, but it's a window into the world that you're looking at. Yes, there are some people like Lenny from the job. He can't play first-person shooters because he's like it gives me dizzy, and I can understand.
Damien's another one. I think that he can only play certain games because some of them will give him like nausea and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, but now you're completely immersed in it,
Right.
And it's to the point where gaming, or rather games that they're putting out, are limited in scope because, for instance, the Batman VR game. Batman VR game there's no fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's because you will pass out.
Yeah,
from
puking.
nausea, trying to fight in this virtual world. And so that's my concern. And if he can't,
Well, you actually had first-hand experience with it.
Oh yeah, with
when you were playing Eve
Valkyrie,
Valkyrie.
yeah. And I was fine. I was fine at first, and I'm like, "Oh, this is okay." I'm going whatever. The moment you go to do a barrel roll, your brain is going, "We should be spinning." But we don't feel like we're spinning. You know what I mean? So it's tricking your eyes. And this is a theory that it's the reason for nausea is the weirdest thing. It's basically your body thinks you're poisoned.
Oh.
And because of the way you're viewing the world, because it's
or
not,
you're drunk.
Well, yeah, because you're seeing motion. like when you're drunk. You're
Yeah.
seeing motion, but you're not really moving. So it's that type of thing. So it gets to the point where you start feeling nauseous. It's your own body saying, "Oh, it's probably been poisoned," and its initial reaction is to throw up. You know what I mean? That's a theory. Hasn't been proven.
That's interesting.
But that's a lot of people say with the simulators. Think about the early simulators in, let's say, for instance, a helicopter simulator. You know, for a helicopter pilot. They didn't move. They were stationary, and people were just like completely not doing well. You know.
Yeah.
So what do they do now? What do the new simulators look like now? When you turn whatever you're turning, the thing will rock to the right, so that it simulates the rocking motion, so it alleviates some of that nausea. You know. If you can't get past that, I just don't see how that's going to take off. You know what I mean? That's my concern.
It is to me. To me, it's a technology that has a high barrier of entry and a low value right now. Because let me tell you, when I first started it, when I first tried it, or when I first heard about Sony and Oculus and all that, I was dreaming of that exact example from the book Ready Player One, where we all will just wear our goggles, our headsets, and suddenly we're transported into this world where we could be anything and we could do anything, and that sounded fantastic. Until I realized that once the novelty of that wears out, and believe me, it will wear out.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Suddenly it's gonna feel isolated because it doesn't become social anymore if there's no one else, and that point that you bring up about the motion sickness, that is a big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people that might have pre-ordered this thinking, I can't wait to try this out. It's going to be awesome. They have never tried VR. They're going to try it, and then they're going to have that problem. And then what?
Yeah.
Well, I think one way to remedy it would be to create some sort of borders. So, say, for example, not make it full 360, where if you look up, you're looking at the sky. Cap it at some point. So that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's actually feasible or if it would take away from the immersion experience. Now, but for an entry, or someone who might be prone to motion sickness, for example, put it as a setting so that they can cap the resolution, they can cap the I guess the world or the screen or whatever, so that if they look up, they're like, okay, this is where reality ends.
Well,
basically,
I'll tell you
I'll
how they're doing that, because you can't lower the resolution, you can't lower the frame rate, because then that will bring nausea.
Oh, that immediately. Yeah.
What they're doing is, rather than you having a transition, let's say you need to move to the other side of the, Lara Croft Manor, for example.
Right.
Instead of moving or walking, you kind of like point where you want to be, and it automatically transports you there. Kind of to avoid that
Actually,
walking movement, since you're not really walking.
Right.
And
That's exactly how you get around in
Batman.
And Batman.
And I'm afraid that that's going to be the way that we're going to get around in a lot of these games, which is my other point that I have, which is the fact that this feels like it's just the return of motion controls. And we all knew what happens to motion controls, except for the Wii. A little bit of the Wii, because, again, once the novelty passes...
Yeah, the Wii, yeah.
You don't want to do motion control ever again. And this is what this feels like. It feels like it's going to be great once you put it on the first few times. You're going to play games that you cannot play for hours. Because that's another thing. You get made your headaches if you do.
Oh, yeah. It's not meant to
It's going to be
that,
short... short hobbled experiences, that you can play for a little bit, and then that's it. And on top of that, this is costing you
it's a high entry.
$400, $500, $600, $800 even, and that's not even mentioning the peripheral that you will need. This is just a headset. So on top of that, you need the peripheral, the Move controller in this case. In the Oculus, it'll have the other controllers, which are like $100, almost $200.
Yeah, not to mention the Oculus one is high up too. Yeah, but
and the Vive needs a room. The Vive expects you to dedicate a room to it.
You have to.
Who's putting out the Vive?
The HTC.
And you have to it has to calibrate this area, make sure you have space in it. So the good thing about that is you can actually walk around that space. Problem with that is you really can't see while you're walking around the space. No. So while you obviously it's in the game or whatever you're playing, you're not going to go past a certain barrier because that's the barrier of the game. You know what I mean? But still, it's like
Well,
know
the
what?
Vive is going to give you,
have-
it's going to measure your room first,
Yeah.
and it's going to let you know, okay, you're about to hit the wall, stop. You know,
True, but you can't see the cable.
No.
That's probably twirling around your
that's
leg.
another problem. Exactly. A shitload of cables just hanging from your head. You look like a Matrix experiment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they need to do? You know the X-Men training room?
Oh yes.
They need to make that.
the danger,
Room,
Yes.
yeah. Well, we just need to screw VR and go straight to that.
Well, I mean, that may be the next step. And like I said,
Star Trek also had a danger room.
they
The holodeck.
the holodeck
No,
Yeah.
was it the holodeck?
Yeah, they call it the holodeck. And
where it changes to whatever they want.
Yeah.
there is a Star Trek experience, a Star Trek game coming out. That is the whole bridge experience. That sounds awesome.
Actually, that does sound worse because you're not actually walking around. You're at
You're
at a station, yeah.
at your station. Yeah,
Was it the holodeck?
yeah, it's a holodeck.
It was the equivalent of the danger room,
At the
right?
danger room.
Yeah.
Well, the difference is the holodeck. I don't think there was any fighting involved.
Yeah,
No, this holodeck simulates anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that-
To
was-
the point
oh,
where
okay.
in some episodes they will malfunction, and then the holo created characters could kill you. For real.
Oh.
Yeah, if they
Go
malfunction or
back to
something.
see some
Yeah.
Star Trek, man.
Oh yeah.
We
I
just need
mean-
one of those.
I was gonna say that may be the next step. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, and that's the way I see it. It's going to be a novelty item, but it's going to get people interested in something better because you're going to be like, this. There's a problem for this. What's the next best thing? Because I feel like nowadays everyone's attention span is so limited. They want something.
Bigger, better, better.
Yeah, they want something quick. They want something that they can
They could
get a
tailor
hold.
to them. You could tailor this
Exactly.
to them.
So this is going to be one of those that's going to last maybe 4 months, and then they're going to find something better, or it's going to just flop.
Sit in the closet like
so-
like my Kinect and
Yeah.
my Move controllers. Actually, I gave you my Move controllers because I was
You
like,
did.
here, I'm not
Thank
using
you,
this.
by the way.
I'm not using this.
Because if I happen to get the PlayStation VR, I already have the move controllers.
You already have a Move controller.
Yeah,
It's only one?
I already gave you one.
Son of a sea biscuit.
Yeah. You probably need two.
Oh,
Let's
yeah, I got
say.
you.
Scheiße. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, are you going to get it? Is anybody interested? I mean, we're not obviously no one here doing day one.
No,
There was someone on the group doing day one. Did they
Oh,
already
There are
pre-order?
people, yeah, there are
That is
people that are very excited about this. Another issue that I have with with VR is the fact that if you want this technology to grow, then all the different companies should work together towards some
Yeah.
sort of standard that they can. This is not the time to try to like
One up each other.
try to one up each other. That's why I told you it's more like a Royal Rumble than a race because they're fighting for exclusive games on this version.
that Eagles game.
You have to hack, this version of the game if you want to be able to play it on the Oculus or the Vive, and that sort of thing. It's just gonna
It's going to limit them. Yeah. It's going to limit the.
excessively. So you have all those things. The gimmicky games, the fact that there's that
It's what I'm
competition.
saying. I wouldn't even call them games. Like I said, the majority of them are experiences.
Yeah,
Although
that's
I
true.
No
understand
problem.
that they're right now, my understanding of the two games that stand out as probably the top-notch games to get into. One of them is Thumper, which is a music rhythm game.
Music rhythm game.
And then the other one
Is Res,
Res
which is
Infinite, which is another music rhythm game.
music
So it's
rhythm
like
game.
maybe that's what we're
Forgot about
limited
Eagle
to.
Flight.
Eagle Flight. Oh, I haven't even. Yeah.
No, they
That one's gonna
demoed
cause
it.
some nausea. I
Yeah,
think.
that'll fuck you up for sure. If you want to get drunk, and
No, you don't want to pick VR.
yeah, that's so I saw a meme of someone. It's a guy wearing a bike helmet, so the full bike helmet, and he threw up in his helmet.
Oh gosh.
So they're like, I'll look for the meme because it was pretty good. So the guy's puking in his helmet, and it's like PlayStation VR coming, whatever.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be and I only played that one game. I still want to go
Yeah.
back and want to try some of the. That one causes. I know it does because it's a whole 360 degree turn. You know what I mean? But I didn't get to try any of the other ones.
But are those? It's VR. Are the games on VR the games that you want to sit down and play and dedicate, try to get better, and
I would. I mean,
Would there be a Witcher VR, for example,
no,
or a RPG, VR?
I don't think we're ever. Honestly and truly, I don't think we're ever going to get to that point. An action or an adventure game, it's not going to work that way.
It doesn't translate very well. This is again motion control.
A puzzle, maybe a puzzle game, or maybe some type of there's one that you physically put in a geometrical shape into something. It's like those type
Job
of things.
Simulator. There's a game. There's an actual game called Job Simulator.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do when I got home from work. I want to sit down on my VR
job.
and simulate my job.
Wow.
Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I don't see. I know people are going to have it. I'm curious. Guys, seriously, you guys are listening to this. Once you have VR, man, post stuff on the group. I want to see. Yeah. Tell me how it is. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you enjoy it.
You have great experiences with it. By all means, share them.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm curious about it. I don't want to buy. It's $400. You know what I mean? Luckily,
that's a gun.
I
could buy a PlayStation Pro with that. Thank you.
If you need that. No, what I'm saying is I have the camera, and I have one controls, one of those move controllers. So I'm almost there, but I mean, still obviously there's pieces you have to get. At minimum, if you don't have anything, you're paying past $500. You still need the camera. It's not going to work without that.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. I don't know if it's worth getting to that point. You know what I mean? I don't see.
Again, high entry.
It is a very high.
Low reward.
Correct. But I got to say one thing. PlayStation VR is coming with 18 demos in it. It's so I'm like, they're I think they know this.
Yeah.
And they say, you know what? Here are the experiences. Check out what we have. This is what we're working on. And try these out.
Yeah, because if anything, I mean, at least you bought it. They made money off of it. They're giving you some games. If you don't buy anything else, at least you still have their games.
Yeah.
But
I'll probably buy it used, I'll be completely honest. Because I already have the camera. I have the 2 Move controllers.
Oh, okay.
So, wow. You said then. Yeah. You just need the headset.
Yeah, so if I find it cheap enough, like maybe in a year, I'll probably pick it up.
Probably in 6 months, once people play all the demos.
I'm going to try. I think I'm going to start small. I think I might get the gear and go from there. You know what I mean? And then say, okay, maybe if I see enough experiences, then maybe I'll take the leap. But I just...
Does it feel like it was just... I mean, because eventually the leap would have happened, right? That would have been the next step. Let's go virtual. Do you think that maybe we're taking it a little too soon?
No, because virtual reality is not new. This is not the first time they've been trying this. And I'm not talking about Virtual Boy. And I'm not talking about anything. They've been doing this for nothing.
Ultraman.
Lawnmower Man. VR Troopers. You remember that series? That we were talking about Power Rangers?
Yes.
That was a competition to Power Rangers, VR Troopers.
That's what I was thinking, Power Rangers. I was like, they need to make an Ultraman remake. I'd watch that.
I think they actually have a film that came out a few years ago.
Like a fan film?
Like a real movie.
I'm looking it up.
I swear to God. It was John Barrett at the job who pointed out. I was like, really? And I looked it up, and there it was. I don't think it's... Honestly, I don't think it's too soon. I think it's right on time. I think this is exactly when it needs... Because technology is there. And you have to do something with it.
But you have to have... To get the optimal experience, you have to have expensive hardware.
Well, here's the deal. He's looking at the trailer now. Here's the deal, though. Think about it for a second. Any technology, any new thing, when it first 4K TVs, okay, that's new technology, which most people are going, nah, I don't need it right now. I got a freaking 1080 TV. I don't need it.
Yeah, but TV is not a gimmick. TV.
I'm not saying it's a gimmick.
Now, 3D TV was a gimmick.
Oh yeah,
that's the difference. That's the difference. That's what I make.
What I'm saying is that VR is not a gimmick. It's not. It is literally.
It totally is a gimmick, bro.
It is a new way of experiencing certain things. Not everything. The problem is that we're focused now on gaming. That's not the only thing you can do with VR. There are other things you can do, and I think we've spoken about it before in the podcast. Where think about it for a second. A concert. Maybe you're sitting on your sofa and you're at a live concert watching your whatever band that you want to see live on your VR headset. You're not dealing with elements. You're not dealing with mosh pits.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? That will be a mobile, like a gear VR experience.
It can be
not
both.
Strap myself with my computer on my back and put myself this big ass thing on my eyes.
Why not? If that can make the experience let's say for instance, okay, the gear is going to give you this limited scope, and yeah, you can still do it in the gear, but if you can get that full experience where you can see people just there and you know what I'm saying, people making out because it's a freaking concert, you know what I mean?
So they were to combine
Virtually,
that
you know,
with,
they don't have to be making out with anybody in reality.
No, I'm not saying virtual. I'm actually saying at a concert they have the 360 degree camera right in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You know what I mean? And you're just there, like you're there. You know, you can see people what they're doing. You can see, you know, or it doesn't even have to be concerts. It could be any type of play or something like that. You know,
Yeah, like a philharmonic,
sport events.
Yeah, exactly.
Sport events will be
Sporting
big.
events.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Football.
Yes.
NFL.
That would be great at the 50-yard line. I don't have to. I'm at the 50-yard line watching football, just over there as they're scoring the touchdown, or maybe right at the end zone camera. You can switch automatically to the end zone. Dude, I would pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
when it comes out in 10 years, not now with this one.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Yes, this is early. But it's not too early because they've already tried this before and it wasn't working. You know what I mean? But now as technology has progressed, it's getting better. It's getting easier to get this. I mean, again, the gear is easy enough to pick up at $80 and get a decent
gear,
VR experience.
But not the PSVR at $400.
True, but again, the PSVR is coming with and it's exclusive titles that you can, you know what I'm saying? There's other experiences that are gaming related. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the overall. Yes, you can probably do that on PSVR, and I would still want to play some experiences on that. You know, some games. Not Valkyrie again, but you know, or at least
or
maybe
Witcher or
honestly,
RPG.
The whole deal is the guys at the Kind of Funny. They're talking about it's about retraining your brain, and it could be that. I mean, probably, you know what I'm saying, if I got used to first-person shooters.
What I was telling you about the first person. At first, a lot of people were getting sick, but then eventually everybody got used to it.
Exactly, and that's probably what we have to do again. You know what I mean?
We can't retrain our wallets. As long as this is high and it expects us to do so much, like have space in your house. Man, nobody that has space for the Kinect. And the Kinect was supposed to be that revolutionary next thing. True. And let me tell you, when they sold it exactly like they're selling VR right now. And
I'm going to tell you the difference. I don't think the Vive is going to do as well. Okay, I'm going to tell you.
The Vive is the main one. It's like,
and I still don't think I think it's going to be the first one to say, "Well, I'm out of here." You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why motion controls was good at its moment, but died quickly, is because in the end, you just want to sit and play a game. That's really all you want to do. The whole waggling and all this other crap, or standing in front of your Kinect to make use of. No, it's a cool thing to have, but in the end, I really just want to play the game. Well, give me the fucking controller, give me the TV, I'll play the game.
That's the point of my.
But
okay,
what I'm trying to say about the PlayStation VR and of course the HTC as well, and even the Samsung and everything else, you are sitting, you're not moving, you don't have to go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Well, that could be problematic if you're not moving, then you could get sick.
You're limited in scope of what you can do. Like I said, if you can retrain your brain at some point, you will be okay.
I think
with
VR
moving.
has shown us that yes, they could make the games more immersive. I don't doubt it. But can they make it better? I don't think so.
No, I still say I agree with like I said with the guys over at Kind of Funny. I agree with them when I say in 10 years we're still going to be playing in front of a TV with a controller.
Yeah,
that's not going away. And I don't think this is meant to replace it either. I don't think that. And I'm pretty sure that Sony, Oculus, Gear, I know none of them think that this is to replace it. This is just another way of doing it. And I think
a way to get there.
Another way of doing it. You know what I mean? It's not something that you're going to do all the time. Because yes, it does get taxing, even to your mind. I mean, I was only sitting there. Take away the fact of that I got nauseous on Valkyrie. The fact that it was taxing. It felt like because it feels like you're doing these things, and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? And when I took that off, I was like.
Yeah, you were like,
I man, I'm done. It felt like I don't mean nausea. I'm saying it felt like I was actually in something. You know what I mean? It was like it just felt like it was draining. You know what I mean? And that was only a few minutes. I'm like, you imagine half an hour in that? That's really gonna tax your mind.
I'm gonna call it right now. I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna be super more pessimistic than I've been. I'm not gonna say in a year. Let's give it 2 years. we're done with VR, just like we were done with 3D TV, just like we were done with motion controllers.
Okay.
This is another gimmick.
It's a gimmick. Okay.
Yes.
What do you say, sir?
I will give it just a little bit longer. I'd say maybe 3-4 years we might be over it. Something's going to change. The human mind is capable of so many things, right? Something new is going to come out that'll probably change it, or that'll assist in some of the motion sickness, maybe.
Facilitating the barrier of entry.
Yeah, and so I think it's not a gimmick. I think it's actually here to stay. People are talking about it, and if anything, it'll just open the door for something else, for some new technology, maybe a different kind of what is it? Like what you were saying, different type of experience. Maybe it won't be for gaming, but it can open the door for maybe people who want to conference call, people who want to see other places. I mean, there's apps right now that with the 360 camera, you can be in Rome and you can be looking at the Colosseum. Mm-hmm. You can be looking at the aqueducts. You could be looking at all these things right from your phone. So is there different applications? That's the word I was looking for. Mm-hmm. Applications for it? Then yes, absolutely. Would they want to use gaming? Because obviously it's a gaming platform or a gaming company.
Units, yeah.
Yeah, so...
that's a great point, because just like virtual reality, just like what's it called? The other one, not virtual, augmented. Thank you. Augmented reality, which Microsoft showed the first time we saw Minecraft on it. It looked fantastic, but Microsoft is not gearing it towards that. Microsoft is gearing it towards other applications, just like you mentioned. Mm-hmm. So that could be smart for the future. Yeah. And besides, we need a freaking holodeck already.
Yes, I think it's here to stay. I think what's going to end up happening is you have all these people releasing VR units, just like you go back to the 90s, you had a bunch of different consoles, none of which exist anymore. The Jaguar is gone. Sega had to get out of the market. It's a bunch of different, the 3DO, the Panasonic 3DO. I mean, you had all these things. In the end, you had 2, maybe 3. And I think that's what's going to end up happening. But I think it's here to stay. So... Well, guys, that brings us to the end of episode 25 of GG's The Mouthful. And as always, leave your comments on the podcast over at YouTube. It's going to be Good Game Bracketed GG. Subscribe to the channel, please. And also go to goodgame.tech and join the conversation there. That is our main location. It's a Facebook group and the premier Facebook group, most people say. And of course, if you ever want to send us an email at goodgamergroup@gmail.com. We'd love to read your thoughts and comments on the air. My name is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, signing off for this episode 25. Mr. Santos.
Just a call to the members of the group. If you guys are enjoying the content, please comment below. Let us know how you like it. Share it with friends. Invite your friends to the group. By all means, you know that we're a friendly group. Mm-hmm. We're trying to determine where are we gonna do another meet and greet.
Yes.
For it's gonna be in Florida. It's gonna be Player One and most than like right.
Yeah, most likely.
And we want your thoughts on what day will be ideal. We're looking for a weekend. We're trying to decide if we want to make it a Friday or a Saturday, not a Sunday. So just so let us know if you guys could participate, want to participate. And that's about it.
Definitely. Mr. Bearded Gunner.
I just want to give my condolences to the Dealman family. I recently had my best friend growing up. He passed away this morning. I still don't know what, but he was basically, when I would get home, I would rush to his house to play some sort of game. And all the new games that came out, he introduced me to Metal Gear. He was the first one to have the PlayStation, the Xbox. He would beat my ass in Halo all the time. And super good dude. He's survived by his wife and his little boy. So he was kind of my entry into console gaming. More into being a different kind of gamer. So he was a great dude. So yeah, just my condolences to him and his family for what they're going through now.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah, sorry to hear that. So we'll see you guys next week for episode 26. GG.